Well, this is going to be one of those times that I tell you not to do something. I know I have a habit of telling everybody what they should do and all the cool things that they should find, and those are quite nice. But this is one that I will say, hey, be very careful. Mind's Eye is just an absolute goat fuck up a game. Okay? I have seen so many fucking terrible videos. Like, honestly, this game makes Cyberpunk look like original Cyberpunk, by the way. Chill. You can see some of your typing hands getting ready. Fucking makes Cyberpunk look like a absolutely quadruple A game. Love that one. This game is shit. Even if it came out years ago, oh yeah, this is one of the bugs that they're having, which, to be fair, those things will happen. Just gonna see if it was gonna show some of the bad shit. Storyline's terrible. It's getting just ass reviews. Please, computer, why? Anyway, it's getting ass reviews. Mostly negative. Yes. Absolutely. They do make the game look good, though, don't they?
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
Well, there was your... look, I'm not going to say it, I guess, but that should have been the first...
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head. Keep your lens feed on.
They really use this song? You fucking sons of bitches.
I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's...
Oh, there was your second clue.
I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
He's a man, baby!
You're a good soldier.
Yeah, the gameplay is nothing like this, by the way. It's about as low-paced as it can possibly be. The AI are completely like this.
It's activating. You're one of them. You're working with them. No, please. What do you mean one of them?
Introducing Mind's Eye.
I gotta show you guys this because you're not gonna believe me.
Red Rock, a desert metropolis where corporate greed and...
Okay, one, it's not an open world game. Most of the missions take place, they tell you to go somewhere and come back. That's the full game loop on that. Okay? And then you have a cutscene. The game, bro, even if it was made years ago, no one would have liked it. Like, I would honestly say, if you want a good game, you go all the way back to the original Crackdown and play that. Oh, fucking Crackdown was so good. Fuck me, dude. Anyway, this is terrible. The AI sucks cock.
Political ambition are in constant friction.
That's about as good as it's gonna look.
In a future that's closer than we think, technology takes care of almost everything, so we don't have to.
The AI combat in this, I think it's broken because you'll basically just stand there and shoot and they'll just sit there and let you hit them, and nothing will really happen. It's not a big deal.
But you are not part of the system. You are Jacob Diaz.
Jacob Diaz.
What starts out as a personal quest as you step into the lead role in a conspiracy involving criminal forces, an unchecked military.
This summer.
Sinister. It endangers the survival of humanity. You have expert skills, making you extremely valuable to some, but highly dangerous to others.
You find Diaz yet? No.
That's his right there.
When we find him, I'm the one who ends him. Boss has a better idea. Remember that girl, the hacker? Yeah, Robin Hood. Yeah. Turns out she's been holed up downtown in some kind of safe house.
Can you drive?
Can you shoot?
That's that hepatitis B pussy. Hepatitis C.
With increasingly perilous situations, you must form unlikely alliances in order to survive.
Coordinates are in the GPS. Now drive!
Your talents at the wheel will be called upon as you find yourself both the hunter and hunted.
Also, the storyline blows. I ran through the storyline already. It's about what you would think. Like, you got this guy explaining these dramatic new twists. Like, yeah, like you have to explain it like that because it's not fucking interesting to watch or.
Variety of unique situations to solve.
Don't give up on us.
Involving protecting others,
God.
defending assets,
Yeah, like this.
and even making space.
That's about as exciting as it gets if they would show the real game. They can't. They can't afford to, though.
Your journey means you must battle your way through Red Rock's sometimes extravagant, fortified, secret, and treacherous locations.
Mind you, he just ate like 100 bullets.
You'll have a wide array of tools and weaponry to engage with.
It looks like the AI was actually working here, but that's not the case that you'll get most of this
The
game.
exotic. You will reactivate the Mind's Eye implant, which is fused to a companion drone, allowing you a whole new perspective.
Also, all of these scenarios where you're fighting here take place in these, like you're on the main map, and then you go into like a little scenario, and you have to stay within your scenario zone. Like, it's actually just fucking terrible. It's terrible.
And a strategic advantage in reconnaissance and combat.
No advantage there. There was no advantage to that.
The companion drone has a powerful stun function, which can disable enemies, allowing you to
This is more accurate. See how he's just walking out in the middle of the enemies? And there's like pretty much no fear that he's going to die or anything's going to happen. It's because the AI sucks so bad. They really just kind of sit there and let you kill him. It's not that big of a deal. At most, the missions are fetch quests where you go, you do a thing, you come back to the hotel or something, and that's it. That's the full...
combat
Oh my god.
targets simultaneously.
And that's not even including all the bugs they didn't include in here. Cyberpunk had the same thing, like game-breaking, horrible bugs, so much so that PlayStation had removed them. This is in pretty much the same state. I don't know who told them to release.
Access to otherwise unreachable
I guess it wasn't getting any better, so they just decided to say fuck it.
More aggressive. You can upgrade the drone's abilities, increasing its potency. Use the drone to take over robots, turning hacked enemies into tactical allies.
Well, thankfully they can always release for free on Epic and get a little bit of money, right?
Powerful nano grenades become a vital part of your arsenal in the battle to save the human race.
So fucking bad just watching it.
Unique content delivery world and a continuous, ever-expanding stream of
Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell you. You play these little fucking scenarios.
Access to the open world and a continuous, ever-expanding stream of new gameplay.
The way they're describing it is fucking hilarious. Grandpa got the booty shorts.
It's the home of infinite entertainment.
Infinite entertainment. My God. Does it look okay? Yes, but it would have looked about the same years ago.
For the first time ever, anyone can build their own mind's eye quality missions and games, thanks to our groundbreaking, easy-to-use creation system. No need to be a professional game developer. Simply drop.
They had to include this. I imagine, since I'm a dev, I'll tell you what's going on here. I imagine that this is the system that they built out for their non-devs to use to build these scenarios in the game. You know, because sometimes you build assets for your teams to build out stuff, and they just gave the player access to it because they were like, well, how can we not add anything new, but get more out of them because we need to make it more valuable. I think this is the coolest thing in the game. It is also completely bugged.
Anything you want, anywhere you like, be it enemies, vehicles, objects, explosions, we are granting you access to our assets. And the
We are granting you access to everything. Yes, because this was a tool made for internal use only and was never meant for players to play with it. And then they decided, well, we got to sell this game somehow. Let's just put it in there.
To make your own games.
They're basically just having you do their work for them.
Access pass to the hidden world of game creation. At the touch of a button, you can create your own shootouts, chases, races, puzzles, and places. Literally anything. We are passionate about democratizing video game development. We invite you to join.
Oh my God. Democratizing video game development. What he means to say is it costs them less to put that tool in there than to actually make the content for you to play, to just have you do it yourself and give it to all your friends so that they don't have to actually make the game. They're presenting it in such a bullshit fucking way, dude. You are cheap labor. Build our game for us so we can look like we did something.
Innovative world of Mind's Eye. Available on PC.
Also, fucking Christ. Premium pass, brother. Premium pass! I can't. Anyway, it's got terrible reviews. Let's go look at the reviews, guys. 60 euro ticket. The slowest train ride to nowhere. Oh my God. This guy's brutal. I wasn't sure if I'd launched a game or accidentally enrolled in an interactive tech demo for unemployed robots. Mind's Eye wants to be grand, emotional, and epic, thought-provoking. What it actually delivers is a glorified walking tour through a glitchy concrete graveyard with a sci-fi filter, the emotional depth of a microwave. I'm telling you, this guy got through 4 hours. That's a fucking trooper if I've ever saw one. Oh yeah, this guy's right. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. He says also this is not a GTA competitor. It's not even close. This game won't even come close to... Good God. Let's be fair, what's not completely broken? The story isn't terrible. Okay. And what he means by this is during the cutscenes, you don't have to play, and they do stuff for you that you can watch that's not really broken, and that looks decent. But if I'm being honest, the storyline, without spoiling anything, they just cobbled together They said, oh, there's okay, action movie, okay, and he's a Spanish dude, and they got a guy, and there's a evil director, FBI. It's like a fucking fever dream of just random cobbled together stuff that's already done really good. Jesus Christ, what was that robot game that came out where you get to pick your own story? I'm so fucking old. I gotta research so much for this shit that I gotta make room for other stuff. Anyway, the point is, garbage. Right? It's not good. It's not good, and I wouldn't recommend anybody play it. Driving feels good. The car physics, weight, responsiveness, enjoyable. But what's the point of having good vehicles if you're not allowed to steal any? Okay, I didn't know that. I just assumed that people weren't doing that because, oh, jeez, fuck. In a futuristic open world game. It's not open world. I hate seeing that because it's not. It's not really. It is technically, but on some level, really, it's just not. Graphics look beautiful, that's it. During the brief moments when the textures don't flicker, objects aren't floating in midair, your screen isn't having a seizure. Unreal 5 is powerful. Mind's Eye uses about 12% of it. Yeah, and that's the bad thing, because there will be a lot of people that said, well, it looks good. Yeah, it can look good. Unreal has this uncanny thing about making turds look good. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, the voice acting. Voice acting's fine, by the way, if that's why you're buying an entire video game. It's not that bad. Man, I mean, they're all negative. I want to find the one, okay. Bro, even the if you like absolute garbage with an extreme high unwarranted production value, it's hard to recommend something that fits that description more than Mind's Eye. Why is this a positive review, bro? I'm not reading all that. That guy's literally coping. How many hours? 11? Ugh. No one's going to look at this, buddy. No one's going to help you fix the game. It's bunk. I don't know. I'm having a good time in the game. You definitely need a 40 series card and above. Multi-frame. DLSS. The game looks good and runs well. Is this a fake review? Sorry, the reason I'm reading like that is because I'm trying to determine, like, am I reading a bot review? Is this a fake? 5 hours in is when he did the review. The story is actually kind of interesting. Now, I have heard that from people, but to be fair, on the story, you guys have seen my channel. I like good writing, and I know when something's being plagiarized, and I'm not really impressed by a lot of movies. If you've seen my videos, you know my opinion on good writing, what makes a good film, and all that, right? I would say the vast majority of the population, and if this is you, that's no problem, okay? If this is somebody that you know, and you think that I'm being an asshole, then that is fine. I totally get where you're coming from. But I'm going to say this. The vast majority of people accept movies that are fucking not that great. And they'll read books that just frankly are nowadays AI slop. And they'll be like, yeah, but there's a girl in it and she's like a fairy, but she doesn't know she's a fairy princess, and she gets her fucking ass pounded. And I'm like, that's great. Is it a good book though? Objectively, no. You know, and then we talk about movies. I mean, listen. Let's pick somebody that I've talked about a lot on the channel. Jason Statham. Do you think that I think that every one of his movies are unique and good? No. Absolutely not. He stars in a bunch of movies that were written for him, just like Steven Seagal did. Steven Seagal would write a movie, he'd go straight to video, he'd cash in. They would, well, I mean, he writes a movie. They would write a movie specifically for him to play in it, and that's what he would do on repeat. He'd make a shitty movie, he'd cash in, make a shitty movie, cash in. There's been plenty of these action star guys where they have a bunch of movies, right? Now everyone knows them for these up here. These like 1 through, well, we'll call it 1 through 10. Now they might have made 100 movies, but that 1 through 10 is what people know them from, and they'll go, that's a good actor. I liked that movie. But they've never seen the full set. They've never seen the full set of movies. And on that full list, there will be some shitty movies. Most people will even go past that 10 and say about 50% of them will say, you know, oh, these weren't that bad. It's got Jason Statham. And so that's where I'm at with it is, I realize that this guy's saying the story is kind of interesting, but it's also like saying that, you know, we talk about superhero fatigue and Marvel and stuff like that. Like, were these good movies? Was it like really good writing? Some of them, sure. The rest of them, you could have, quite frankly, and I think I'm on par with this, and I think a lot of people would agree with me that if you put it into a Mad Libs thing, and you just put, okay, Doc Ock, Spider-Man, like you put it into Mad Libs, you'd come up with a script that's pretty similar. And then it's just filling in the blanks from there. It's like, oh, well, he's going to go get a hot dog. Why? Who knows? He's going to go to a street vendor and get a hot dog. We're going to fill in the blanks that are in between these Mad Libs. And then, bam, you got yourself a movie. And you're going to go see it because it's got, you know, fucking people in it that you like. And a lot of people will, quite frankly, accept these movies as good. They'll say, well, I didn't mind it. Yeah, it's like, but that's our qualification, right? I didn't mind it. Even he says the story was actually kind of interesting. You know, the way they say that. And I think that's something that we as a people have to work on. But it does allow for creative people to come up with stuff like that, you know, these low-budget horror movies and make good money. And then they'll go on to maybe make a good movie. You know, it gives them an in because people will eat up slop sometimes. But that doesn't mean every single movie that person made is going to be bad. Unless you're Yui Bowl. In which case, you need to stop. If Yui Bowl is watching my shit, you better quit fucking making movies, dude. Tired of it. I don't have enough room in my brain to force myself to watch it so that I have to make a review on it. But if that's the best they've got is the story was kind of good, like, all right. This guy's coping. I'm not even going to read it. He's coping. Overall, good game. Overall, game is good. Cope. That's crazy. Oh, God. He's a serial purchaser. 940 products in the account. 32 reviews. This guy. No. Cope. That's cope. Anyway, if you like this, review, not review, whatever you want to call it. This was just a big slut shaming of Mind's Eye, to be honest. If you liked it, I answer all the comments. I'm here all the fucking time until I'm not. Subscribe. Hit me up. Anyway, I reply to all the comments. So if you want to have a discussion about this and tell me how I'm wrong and that this game is actually really good, I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. You guys have a good one.